recognize it for what it was, which was a beautiful part of your journey.
And I want to use that analogy. Sorry, I want to let you finish. If you have more to say. So they're squeezing the juice, right? You've got the
So there's this fruit, right? You're squeezing it.
Juice is possible.
You can always chill with the amigos.
I was saying with the amigos.
It's like having this unattainable ideal of what it means to be successful. And I think it was earlier this summer, a coworker, Cole and I, he had moved out of Toronto based on the pandemic and went to move it home. And then he came down for a weekend. And then we went out and we had some drinks with a group of friends, and we went back to the hotel and we were just smoking some weed. And then we ordered Popeye's chicken. And all we had been doing is talking for basically a couple hours. And then we smoked some weed, we ordered some Popeye's chicken, and it was probably like a good 10 to 20 minutes where we didn't talk, and we were just listening to music and eating Popeye's chicken. And then we literally looked at it and we just started like laughing, and we were like, what is it you're striving after? What is
spicy mayo?
Yeah, that's the one thing that could have improved the situation. But what are you striving after? Like some sort of number on a checkbook in your banking account, or like some external metric? Like there's so much joy to be had within your current environment, and it's not that you can't try and improve upon the situation that you're in, but not to have the present moment contrasted by some unattainable future, and realizing that you can be happy now, and that is the best way for you to be happy later. A good old quote is, if you can't be happy in this moment right now, if you can't enjoy this moment right now, then you will never enjoy that moment then.
Before we put a pin in this show, because that's a lot for people to digest, I don't even know what we talked about. I don't know what we talked about. Mohsin, before we spend the next week together, before we hang out in Tulum, before we go surfing, before we go party tonight, because we're gonna live it up. Is there anything else that you've gotten from this year, from whether it's the pandemic, from all the decisions you've made, from any of the books, anything you've gotten that you want to just share with our listeners, to just put a pin on this episode, or a reminder for yourself?
Yeah, man. Don't do things because you think you're supposed to do them.
Yeah.
That's really it. Don't do things just because you're supposed to do them. Listen to yourself. Listen to your feelings, listen to your emotions, and try to consider what feels natural. Listen to the whispers of your mind, and do not distract yourself with things that you know are distracting you from the truth, as in drugs, overeating, going out with friends. This is not a distraction right now.
Yeah, it's a celebration.
This would be a celebration. This would be Alan Watts.
When it's don't run away from it. You know what I mean? Don't run away from the truth. And because you do know it, you know it in your heart, man. And it's okay. It's okay to disappoint some people, but just don't constantly disappoint yourself for extended periods of time. Jesus, don't do that. And just listen to yourself and live your life as if you were free to live it, because you are, because you truly are. And don't put yourself in situations where you think you're stuck, because you're not.
If there's one thing I've learned from you, man, it's that to recognize when the juice is no longer worth the squeeze.
Stop squeezing.
You move on, you let it go, and you, like you said, recognize it for what it was, which was a beautiful part of your journey.
And I want to use that analogy. Sorry, I want to let you finish. If you have more to say. So they're squeezing the juice, right? You've got
so there's this fruit, right? You're squeezing it for the juice.
So you've got this opportunity. For example, you've got an orange or a grapefruit, and you're squeezing this juice. And for a time, that juice flows freely, and you're making the juice, and it's all good. You don't have to wait till the very, very, very last drop is done. And you don't have to wait trying to squeeze more out of when it's already done. In fact, there is an apple, sugarcane, and whatever else, an infinite number of fruits and an infinite number of opportunities for you to squeeze the juice from. And the juice from those opportunities is going to squeeze so nicely and so freely. And so you don't have to get stuck on this one thing, thinking that There is no other.
That's all there is.
There is no other fruit to squeeze. There is no other juice to squeeze.
Unlimited fruit.
There's other juice to squeeze. So feel free to move on and drink and squeeze some other juice.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'm cool with that, baby. Yo, it's been a fucking.
Close it off with the.
Yo, we will close it off.
It's good, man.
To close it off, as we'll start
Hey.
close it off. My
Hey.
friend,
Hey.
my friend, until the end.
Until the end, baby.
It's vacation, baby.
No, it's
Mexico,
vacation.
Mexico 2020.